Hello, Ken Veroli, and I just brought home 2 days ago a 2025 Ram ProMaster. So I have not did a van since I was in my 20s. I had a 1977 Dodge. I'll see if I can't find a picture of it. It was a B100. I think it was I don't remember. I think it was maybe 119-inch wheelbase. And so I've always wanted another van. We've had, I've had a pop-up. I've had trailers you pull. Recently I had a 36-foot Jayco, 34-foot, something like that. And I always just wanted to run around the country in something that's easy to drive and park anywhere. I sold the Jayco and my Nissan Titan diesel pickup truck about 4 years ago. I got sick, and since then I've recovered perfectly, but it was a scare for everybody. It took giving me 6 months to live and get my estate in order. And as you know, if you've watched my page at all, I invest in real estate and a couple other things related to real estate. But I'm retired. I got fired about 1.5 years ago. They just downsized and gave me a package, and said more or less said sayonara and thanks for the 25 years. They treated me fine, but since I've been retired, boy, I wished I would have did it a long time ago. Don't miss the paycheck. And so we went around, and I'll post some other videos. I had, after I sold the trailer, I debated about buying a van and working on it. I looked at some Class A's, and I just didn't feel the vibe in a Class A. So we decided to settle in a Class C with a generator and all that stuff. And I found one in North Carolina, about 6,000 some miles on it. And it was a nice one. It was a Thor, and I think it was a 24 FE, and it was sitting on a Mercedes chassis. And nothing wrong with it, but it's still, it's a Class C. You can't have the freedom of driving somewhere and say, hey, I'm going to stop here in these small towns all through the Appalachia and things of that nature, and go to Florida. It's still a pain. I went down there with the dogs, and wound up having to park my Class C in a lot down in Sarasota, and I wound up taking an Uber back and forth to the event that I wanted to attend. And I wanted to do some, nosing around when I was down there, and you got to unhook and do everything. So it's probably been about 3-4 months since I sold my Class C, and started looking for a van about 2 months ago. And I was scared of the ProMaster transmission for the longest time, and found out they made some changes in 24 and 25. So I made the plunge. I bought this 25. It had 8,000 miles on it, one owner. And I don't know the story behind it because I bought it off a local dealership, which I trust here locally in Newton, North Carolina. And here I am. I got my van. I bought the extended warranty on the powertrain and everything else as much as I could. So we'll see how that goes. But really, I've been following van life for a while, and I just, my final years, this is what I'm going to do. So I can't do it anymore. So I'm going to build this thing out starting tonight. And this is July 5th. The plywood and 2x4s you see in the background inside my van, I'm using to build a workbench for my shop back there, and I'm going to get a canopy on the driveway so that I can work through some of this 90-degree heat we have down here. And so I'm in the process of making a workbench so I can make the cuts and making everything inside, but I plan on putting a air conditioner on it, roof vent. It looks like I'm going to put a Victron system in. I'm going to try to put 3, maybe 4,000 to 5,000 watts in this fan. Don't know what that encompasses. I might be saying a lot of things that don't make sense, but I'm looking at everything 12 volt hot water tank, 12 volt refrigerator, and going to take one step at a time. First thing I'm doing is getting this workbench built, getting my shop ready to do work in it. I'm going to be getting the canopy put up, and that's all going to start this week. Well, I'm starting on the workbench tonight. I got to put some insulation in my workshop, and I do have an air conditioner in there that I'm going to put in, and it's also heated. But I anticipate being in Florida or traveling in the South by winter time. So this will be, I watch everybody. Some people it takes a year, some people it takes a month. Probably gonna take me more than a month, I'm sure. 3 or 4, I'm hoping. I'm shooting for September deadline. That might be a tough goal to reach, but we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Ken Broly, old dog, retired but not tired.